So basically, at the end of 2K21, I made a video where I just talked about NBA 2K21, the good things, the bad things, the pros, the cons, all that stuff. And I was planning to make the same video this year, and I was originally just going to do it as its own video, but while I was recording the last episode of the Indiana Pacers My NBA series, I actually started just talking about the game, my career, my NBA, my team, all sorts of stuff with the 2K community. And I was like, you know what? Why not just use this footage for the video instead? Because I don't need to record a whole other video, and I already talked about other stuff. It'd be a waste of footage if I just deleted it and then just made a whole other video. So this is just gonna be raw footage, just me talking the entire time. I might put some music in the background, but yeah, not much editing is gonna be in here. It's just gonna be me talking about 2K and everything with it. So yeah, enjoy. You know, this is kind of unrelated, but I saw 2K24 gameplay today, because I'm recording this technically August or September, the night of August 31, you could say. Sorry, I had to focus for a second. The night of August 31, and I saw 2K24 gameplay, and I was looking at that the scoreboard. The scoreboard looks so clean. It's like longer now, and it looks nice. I mean, that sounds crazy, but you gotta understand. I was watching Click Productions play that game. I was like, damn, that looks clean. Jokic got me, but hey, we all good. It's looking like the next game. The gameplay looks kind of nice too. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be huge improvement, but like all the pay to win stuff is kind of questionable. But still, I gotta admit, when something looks clean, I gotta admit it looks clean. Speaking of pay to win, I saw the city stuff. This also that came out today, and more stuff is supposed to be coming out with the My Player. Oh my goodness, with the My Player tomorrow. But yeah, I saw the city, and the city was looking pretty decent. It looks like they added a beach to it too, so that's gonna be interesting. I wonder how that's gonna play out. This video might be coming out, and the game might be out by the time this video is coming out. So we'll see what happens, but I guess y'all already know what happens, because this game, I hope this video comes out next, because I'm recording this by like next Thursday, maybe. That would be good. I hate this game with all my heart. I can't wait for this game to be over. I guess that's what happens when you play 2K too much. Bro, you don't understand, because my NBA as a whole is great. The whole my NBA experience, just simming and everything, is great. When you play the game, it sucks the energy out of you. And then you guys, and I wonder how I can go through experiences like this and be like, yeah, it's a good game, but it's just, it doesn't make me feel good. Does that make it bad? I don't know. Because I like a lot of things about this game. It's just sometimes it just gets so monotonous and tiring, and it's just, I can't. Does this make me miss playing FNAF Ruin? Would I rather play FNAF Ruin or this? That's a hard question, because I don't really want to play either, because I'm scared, and this hurts my brain. That's like a legit good question. I mean, the answer is probably, I don't know. Because I say I like playing board games, but I also am scared, and also I hate mentally damaging my brain. You know, last year's series was very good, and it was fun. It was fun to record every single episode, even the ones that I raged and got mad, even the ones that had me throwing my controller. It was fun to record. Why? Maybe because I was using the Raptors. Maybe it was because, I don't know. Because 2K23 was a great game. Well, great idea. The gameplay, maybe it's just me though. Because sometimes I think the gameplay things it's just me because I'm not the best player at the game. I don't play Park. I play my career. And I play my NBA, but I don't play Park. A lot of stuff that most 2K players be playing, I don't play. I like the offline modes more, to be honest, which is crazy. Except my team, I do play. But I don't play. I'm not the type of guy who will create a my player, go into Park and get a squad and play pro-am and all that. No, I'm the type of guy who will go start with my career and grind on my career. Then move to my team and grind on my team, and then eventually, sorry, I had to focus. Eventually, move to my NBA and just mess around on my NBA, and then the cycle restarts because then it's summer and then the next game's coming out, and then I edit all my videos, get them all out, and get ready to get the next game, and it goes over and over. And I don't really care about, like, a lot of issues that people have with the 2K as a whole. I really didn't care because when it came to Park stuff, I don't play Park, so I'm not concerned with all that. And gameplay, I honestly thought it was fine. With what I was doing, I would be like, okay, sure, yeah, some stuff I see it, but I would be like, okay, yeah, it's playable, at least, you know what I'm saying? But it's just regardless. I knew I would get mad at the game because I've always been bad. I've never been that good at these games. You know what I'm saying? I've always struggled with video games, to be honest. And I've always been like raging. And honestly, this series has helped me get a lot better. With me playing like a bunch, I went from having to play on pro difficulty to moving up to all-star, and now I'm able to play on superstar difficulty, and as you can see, I'm holding my own. So I've definitely gotten a lot better over the years, and now that I've gotten a lot better, maybe it's now that I'm seeing some of the issues with the game and how energy I don't know what to call it, how draining it is to play the game sometimes, because it can be fun 100%, but like, why did they switch? Sometimes it just gets monotonous and draining, and it sucks. Why did they switch that matchup? Sometimes but yeah, see, like, those are the examples. Sometimes the game does things that makes me like, why am I playing this? Why is this a thing? Why does this exist? Why is this so bad? And it's stupid. But I just know I'm gonna play the game because I love basketball, and having a basketball game, you know what I'm saying, especially one that's up to date. I mean, the up to date part doesn't matter as much as I say it does, but you know what I'm saying, I still like having a basketball game, and then I'll see the new things and I'll be like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool, I'm kind of getting hyped about it. And the server shut down on, as you guys know, the server shut down on the old games, so I can't keep playing 2K20 forever. If I could, I might, because I had fun on that 2K20 my career. But no, I can't. There's new games that come out, and they stop making new stuff for the old games, and the old games servers go down, and you can only play offline stuff, and you know what I'm saying? So there's not much I really can do about that. So that's why one idea I do have for 2K to do, for 2K25, this would be a good idea, and they just call it NBA2K, no number after, and then they have a roster. As I was saying, they have a roster that gets updated every year with all the changes that are made for each team and stuff like that. And they add new features like they do with every 2K, with the new ones, but they just keep it in the same game, so they just be like game updates. It's kind of like what Fortnite does. What Fortnite does, they rotate out their guns, and I mean, it's a completely different game, but like, they have the same game. They don't have Fortnite 25, 24, Fortnite 23 or whatever. They have just Fortnite, and they have different content, new seasons and all that. So 2K could do something like that, especially with the new season pass coming out where you have to pay for it. That would even make it even more fitting to have 2K as just like a game that you buy once and you have it and the servers stay up. And you know what I'm saying? It's good. That would be a much better idea, I think, than what they're doing now. Because as good as it is to have a new 2K every year, new cover athlete, all that, it would be cool, maybe, if they had, because Fortnite does their thing with chapters and all that. Maybe for 2K, for each chapter, that would be pretty much like 2K23 would be a chapter, 2K24 would be a chapter, 2K25 would be a chapter, but it's all in the same game. So the chapter, what was 2K23 cover athlete? So they could just start from chapter 1, actually. Yeah, they could just start from chapter 1. Because it's a whole new game. There would be no point in saying chapter 24 because, you know what I'm saying? So they could say chapter 1 for next year cover athlete, because 2K24 is already coming out. Chapter 1 cover athlete, or chapter 1, chapter 1 cover athlete is Anthony Edwards, because I think he's actually a candidate to be cover athlete next year. And then chapter 2 cover athlete is, I don't know, Victor Wembanyama. Chapter 3 cover athlete, Paolo Banchero. I don't know. They could just have each year be a new cover athlete and call it chapters instead of creating new games. You know what I'm saying? And it's an idea. I mean, like, of course, people probably aren't gonna see this and, you know what I'm saying, hear what I'm trying to say, but it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Because the way it is right now, having to pay $80 every year for the same game, it's like, come on, like, at some point it gets tiring. And I mean, I love the game. I'm gonna keep playing the game. It's just, you've heard me all throughout this night. It's mentally tiring to play this game sometimes. And it shouldn't, I mean, of course, when you play a game too much, it's going to be mentally tiring. So that might just be me. But then again, it shouldn't be mentally tiring to play your game when it's just the gameplay. Like, I barely play the actual gameplay. Like, actual 5-on-5 team versus CPU. Yeah, team versus CPU type things. I barely play this. But the one time I do play it, few times I do play it, I get frustrated. I mean, not every time I get frustrated, but you get the point. But it could just be with me, like, it's good when you're winning and it sucks when you're losing. Because that's been the way I've been for, like, a long time. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was just that, and it was just a personal thing with me. But I don't know. It could be anything. Green. Man, Bobby is a shooter. As much as I say it's mentally tiring to play the game, I still do have fun playing the game sometimes, of course. Because this, even from, if I look at the trend that 2K's been going on, from 2K20, or from 2K18, I could say. 2K18 was horrible. It was a huge dip. Everybody hated the game. And then 2K, what came after? 2K19 came, and 2K19 people liked. But then 2K20 came. A lot of people didn't like it. Me personally, I liked it. And now a lot of people looking back are like, oh, I missed 2K20. But a lot of people in the time didn't like it. And then 2K21, in my opinion, the second worst 2K of all time came. And people hated it, including me. And then 2K22 came. And 2K22, honestly, it was actually pretty decent. I did have a good amount of fun on that game. I mean, I didn't finish everything I wanted to do, and the my career story was a lot of stuff that I had to do, but it was actually decent. And the city was an underrated concept that they introduced. I think that was the first time they did it, and I liked. No, it was it 2K21. I can't remember, but I liked the city and I liked everything about it. And then 2K23 came, and honestly, for like 9 months of the 2K cycle, I was enjoying 2K23. 2K23, in my opinion, is probably the best 2K game since 2K20. And I mean, that's not saying much, but You know what I'm saying? It's a good game. That's what I'm trying to say. My point is, the 2K cycle, or the 2K trend, the trend that 2K has been going on, it looks like things are slowly getting better. And I mean, yeah, the season pass looks questionable, and it looks like it could turn into a pay-to-win game. But a lot of good things are coming out about the game. Like new gameplay modifications that help the gameplay be more realistic, stuff like that. And it's promising. And of course, you can't get your hopes up too high because it is 2K. You can never get your hopes up too high, or else you're gonna always be disappointed. But at the same time, I've said at the same time so many times. I also am like, it could happen. I'm not giving up hope, but I'm not keeping my hopes up too high. I'm in that little middle ground where I'm like, if the game is good, I'ma buy it. If the game is bad, I'ma buy it. Hopefully it's good, but I'm not betting anything on it. You know what I'm saying? For most people looking out for new sports, for new games to play, I'm not recommending 2K. Because 2K is a great game. Well, okay, 2K is a great concept, but, and it sounds like, oh, okay, yeah, let's hop on 2K. That sounds fun, right? But that's until you actually play it and see all the problems with the game. One of my friends, Noah, he's been in a bunch of the videos on the channel. He bought 2K21 as his first game on his PS4. He made the same mistake that I did with 2K18, because when I got my PS4, 2K18 was the first game I bought. And when he got his PS4, 2K21 was the same game as he bought. And we both bought it in the summer when the 2K cycle was about to restart. So we both made those mistakes, and we both paid for it by dealing with mid-tier games for a long time. And that's all we had until, well, I got 2K19 and 2K20 and all that. But Noah, I don't think he got any 2Ks after that. I think he still is stuck with 2K21. Yeah, we both made the mistakes, and since then he hasn't bought a 2K. And I've been like, don't buy it. I told him not to buy it because it's not worth $80. I mean, if it's free and you want to get it, sure, I'm not going to stop you. But if it's $80, I'm going to tell you, don't buy it, my guy, because it is not worth that money. Keep your $80, spend it on something else. We've been very good. This championship is pretty much ours. I'm just talking about 2K now. I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about 2K and then probably turn it into a separate video from this. But yeah, I really hope my mic is recording all this. It'll be horrible if my mic just wasn't recording. I'm not gonna stop the clip to check because I don't know if I have enough space to record another clip. But yeah, 2K is a great concept, and everybody thinks I'm gonna get 2K, and then they get disappointed when they actually get the game. Why? Because the game is disappointing. And it's you know what I'm saying, there's progress, but when you're thinking about new customers for 2K, but like new people who are new to get in the game, and okay, actually, let me explain it like this. When you're a new PS4 player and you're now, or PS5 player, and you just for the first time ever get in 2K because you're like, okay, yeah, let me get 2K. It sounds like fun. And then you get the game, and you have basketball games you can play. You can create your own players. You could play games with him, join your team. You have a whole storyline. You could become a fashion designer and a rapper and all that. And you can do all sorts of stuff. This all sounds great when you're first getting the game for the first time. So I guess from that point of view, you're not going to really be caring about everything 2K has to offer. Unless the game is really bad, like 2K21 or 2K18. But then when you're actually in the franchise for a long time, and you're like a long-time 2K fan, and you've already seen the 2K cycle and all that, and how 2K does things, and how they neglect the community a lot when they're making their decisions. I mean, honestly though, no, let me stop. Let me not say neglect the community, because low key, one thing that I hate about this community that they do all the time is they'll forget about what they want. They don't know what they want, because of course the 2K community demographic has changed over the years, and there's a lot of new people who weren't around 7 years ago in the 2K community. But if you go back to those times when Agent was out here making 2K drama alerts talking about the game, he would make those drama alerts, and or just videos in general talking about 2K, and he would talk about the VC, he would talk about the servers. I remember specifically he wanted affiliations back. He hated the servers on 2K19, and he was talking. He also a bunch of people wanted so much stuff like a tiger. Cause let me give some backstory to this. I just remember watching Agent's videos, and I have a bunch of memories from these videos about how Agent would always ask for stuff from 2K, like affiliations, new rep awards. His rep used to be the thing back then. Before level ups, they had rep. I sound like an old head talking about. Whoa. Rep used to be a thing, and they wanted new rep awards. Like, there was one reward that used to be in the old games where you could get a tiger for leveling up to a certain level. And Agent said, hey, I low-key want that. Why can't we have that back? So he was talking about all that. 2K didn't listen to him at the time, and Agent stopped playing 2K. But then the 2K actually listened. Well, I don't know if it was because of him. I don't know if it's just a general decision that they made. But they brought back affiliations, and they added new level up rewards. And then now, years later, I'm watching Agent's videos, and I'm like, wait a minute. He's talking now, 2K is going downhill, nobody plays the game, it's a bad game, and they don't listen to the community, and I miss the days. And here's what the worst thing, the thing that ticked me off so much. I miss the days of NBA2K19 when everything was good. 2K19 was such a great game, but since then it's been bad. Everybody agrees. He said everybody agrees 2K19 was a good game. And I look back in his old videos. I'm like, wait. Isn't there this one video of you saying 2K19 was horrible because the servers were bad and nobody could get a game in the anti-up courts and all that? What happened to that, Agent? What happened to you asking for the stuff that from the 2K devs and they delivered on it? So that's why sometimes it's not just Agent. I'm not attacking just Agent. I love Agent, but a lot of these guys in the 2K community really don't know what they want. And it's like, if you don't know what you want, 2K can't give it to you, because you can ask for one thing and 2K gives it to you, and then you're complaining about another thing. And I mean, sure, sometimes it's reasonable, because sometimes there are problems with 2K that they haven't solved. Like, honestly, this one problem that used to be in 2K all the time that got heavily reduced this year, bump steals. I mean, they still happen every once in a while, but they're heavily reduced, and they're a lot better this year, you know what I'm saying? So that's a plus. That's one thing that 2K listens to the community about. But what's a problem in 2K right now? Oh yes, the CPU, the AI just being bad. The AI sometimes is just stupid, and if you're simming a game and you jump in and then you just watch the game, the AI will always sub out the best players for some reason. They'll always sub out the best players and put in the bench guys. Or they'll sub out specifically one of the top 2 players or top 3 players, and they'll put in the bench guy over him. And like, for example, sometimes if you have a team with like Kevin Garnett, and then you have like, just as an example of a mid power forward, Jalen Smith. I'm sorry, Jalen Smith, but Jalen Smith and Kevin Garnett. They'll put Kevin Garnett off the bench for Jalen Smith. Does that make sense? Absolutely not. But they'll do it because the AI is stupid. And that's one thing that 2K needs to fix. So I will admit, there's, of course, lots of things wrong with the game. But there's a lot of things as well that 2K fixed that the community ignored after 2K fixed it. And that was horrible. How are you getting my point? Of course, the 2K community, there's a lot of things wrong with the NBA 2K game. But sometimes the 2K community forgets what they said in the past, and they don't know what they really want, because 2K will listen to what they said in the past, and then the 2K community will respond negatively. And you're like, wait, didn't you guys want this? What happened to all that? Oh, I wanted to be a part of this thing and everything. Like, I don't understand. And I mean, I know the affiliations weren't completely ignored by Agent, because he did make a video about affiliations and he joined his affiliation. He was having a bit of fun with it. But he doesn't play 2K like that. He's not known as a 2K guy. I mean, that's good for him. It's good to evolve as a creator and do your own thing. But it's also I guess I can't go against what he's doing, because what he's doing is great. I'm not going against what he's doing. I love what he's doing. Just chilling, doing whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Not playing 2K, because he doesn't have to play 2K anymore. He could do other things and still get his bag. But if he stopped playing 2K because of the game's issues, I can't say I'd have a problem, but I'd be like, they fixed a bunch of the stuff that you asked for, yet you're still out here salty? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes you really can't understand people. Sometimes people just forget what they say. Sometimes people are just unreasonable. And I love Agent. I'm just gonna say this again, because I don't want people to see this as disrespect to Agent specifically. I just want people to see this as me calling out a specific creator who said things about 2K, and when 2K fixed those things, they didn't come back, and they just acted like nothing happened. They acted like, I mean, of course, yes, I'm gonna stop attacking Agent. I can't keep saying, because I love Agent too much, man. He's one of my favorite YouTubers from when I was a kid, bro. I can't keep bringing up Agent. But I will say that a lot of things the 2K community asks for, 2K will give to them, and then the people in the community will be like, oh, this game still sucks. And sometimes it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it does. So pretty much 2K23 overall, it was a mediocre game. If I had to rank it with all the 2Ks that I've played personally, I mean, I played a handicapped 2K16 and 2K17 because I played on the Xbox 360, so I can't really count those. But if I count the ones I played personally on the PS4/PS5, then I'd say the best one that I played, in my personal experience at least, is probably NBA 2K20, because that's the one I had the most fun on. I mean, 2K20 had a lot of glitches, but I still had fun playing it. 2K19 would probably be second, because I also had a lot of fun playing that game. And then low-key, out of the 2Ks I played, as sad as it sounds, this would probably be third or fourth. Wow, he's had a horrible game. 2K23 and 2K22 are like, they can go back and forth right there. And then after between 2K22 and 2K23, those two are tied for like third and fourth. And then fifth is probably 2K21, sixth 2K18. I mean, I had fun on 2K18 because it was my first 2K, but it was a bad game. But then again, I might put 2K20, I might put it above 2K21. because 2K21 was also horrible. 2K21 was a bad game, man. Overall, 2K23, great concept, mediocre game. And it's like all this, I think, because at a point they added all this stuff with the My Career, because the My Career never used to have you being a rapper or anything like that. I mean, with DJ and 2K18, they introduced the idea of being a rapper and playing basketball, but they really enhanced it in the past 2 years, because now they got you making your own tracks, picking lines to make songs. They also got you being a fashion designer, picking clothes, doing fashion shows, fashion walks in the city. Like, it's kind of like, I'm here to play basketball. I don't really care about all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is really irrelevant to me. Because if I'm a basketball player who's coming up to grind and play basketball, do I really want to be rapping, doing fashion walks while I'm in my free time? Not really, because I'd rather be practicing, working on my game, or I don't even know. Yeah, just mainly working on my game. I mean, of course, NBA players in their free time, they do what they want. And we've seen that with Dame Dollar being a rapper. We see that with I don't know if any. Oh yeah, there are some NBA guys who are into fashion, but overall, most NBA players are focused on the game. They have a love for the game. They don't have a love for rapping and music and business, like especially the business one. The business one was added this year, and that one is kind of crazy. Like, I get helping out people in the city you're in, but helping Carl's vegan hot dogs, like I love the story. The story isn't. I don't love it. It's nice, but like, come on now. At some point, you just gotta be like, it's too much. And I think that's the point 2K reached this year, because they're at a point where a lot of the community is like, a lot of community agrees that they just want to hoop when they're going in My Career. They don't really care about all that music, all that fashion, all that joint. And there have been hints to the 2K heading in that direction. With Shay, he had this one little short on YouTube where he was like, I'm just focused on ball. And I mean, yeah, that could be something that they use to say like, oh yeah, this year in My Career, you're focusing only on ball. You're not going to be a rapper. You're not going to be a fashion designer. You're not going to be any of that. But that could also just be a random video they posted. So I don't know what's going to happen with 2K24, but with 2K23, it was a little too much. The music, the story, I didn't care for it. I really didn't. It just got so boring and so it's so annoying to watch at times. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, Ricky and Mila and Ashley, they were all cool, I guess. But sometimes I was just like, I really don't care. I don't. And I mean, I'm pretty tolerable when it comes to stuff like that. I can't imagine what it was like for other people. I mean, if I was early in the year, I would of course actually make content out of it, and I would like add jokes and stuff like that. But it's late in the year. I'm ready to move on to the next game. I don't care about what Ricky had for breakfast yesterday morning. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not really invested in all that joint. So that's why, as the story went on, it kind of got less interesting for me and more just like, why am I still here? Let me go piece by piece for 2K23 actually. I started with My Career already, so I might as well continue what I'm saying. The badge system and the leadership skills and the attributes, all that was great. I honestly liked all that. And if I actually had more time to play it, or if I actually stayed committed to playing it, I would have actually gotten the rebirth thing done. So, yeah, they did a great job with all that. But
Jones with the screen on Jackson.
There's still a lot of things that needs to be fixed, in my opinion. So my career overall, if I had to rate it out of 10, I didn't do this last year, but why not? If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd rate it a solid 6.25 would be my official rating for my career, because it had potential, it really did, but I didn't utilize it enough to you know what I'm saying, to actually show its potential, and some of the story stuff was just too much. My team, I quit my team a lot earlier than I usually do this year, and I mean, I used to have so much fun on my team grinding, but as I get older, I find myself not having enough time to really grind on my team all year round. And I love the grind, it's just I don't love it when it takes 20 hours to finish. Because sometimes, wow, this is a blowout. Sometimes it gets like to a point where I'm like, I have better things to do. I don't have the time to be grinding 20 games for a Galaxy Opal Larry Bird. Like, I don't have time for that. Especially with Domination. Domination is my worst enemy because they've been adding new ones recently. Like, they'll add some throughout the year that to get extra awards, and I'll always take at least a month or two to finish the original Domination. So it's hard to be a my career and a my team guy at the same time. And if you're doing Domination, it's best to do it at the beginning of the year, so you're all caught up. And if I'm playing a lot of my team to finish Domination, then I slack on my career, and my career will get done. And you know what I'm saying? Then it's hard to put a bunch of time into both, especially when I also have a bunch of other responsibilities. And the thing with my team, that's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem, in my opinion, is the unrealistic cards. I hate the unrealistic cards. I hate the fact that Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal can shoot threes from like half court, and it's normal. Like, I don't need that. I mean, sure, like, it's not. My team is becoming more and more unrealistic by the year, and I don't like it. But it's realistically what's happening to the game. And I wish if because they create all these Galaxy Opal, Invincible, Endgame, all that. They create all these cards, and I'm like, what? These players are never doing this in real life. With all due respect. In real life, Taco Fall, who's not even in the league anymore, is not pulling up from half court and bombing threes. I would rather have it just be exaggerated versions of what they actually do. So if you have a Galaxy Opal Shaq, have him posting up in the post and unstoppable down low. If you have a Galaxy Opal Curry, then yeah, sure, let him shoot from half court. If you have a Galaxy Opal, who else? A Galaxy Opal Kyrie, let him have like a 99 ball handle, 99 speed or whatever. Like, let the 99 overall players, if they're gonna be so good, let them at least have, like, how do I explain this? Let them at least just have better versions of their own attributes instead of adding extra abilities that they didn't have in real life. Like, even 2K in the rosters does this. I don't know if Bob Pettit was shooting threes, but I don't think he was. And a bunch of those old guys that you'll see in the rosters, like Bob Pettit, Dave Cohen's, have like A+, A- threes, and I'm like, were these guys really like that from deep? I don't know, but I mean, am I gonna look at the clips to find out? Absolutely not. I don't have time for that. But you get the point. They do this a lot to exaggerate the guys and make it a more fun, quote-unquote fun game, but really that ruins the game even more for me, because if these cards were actually realistic and just did better versions of what they already do, I would actually play the game all the way throughout the year, because that's the only reason I stopped. The only reason I ever stopped is because of the unrealistic cards that come out, and I get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't really want to play against 99 overall Yao Ming, who can hit threes from half court. I would rather just play my NBA. But yeah, you get the point. It's my team this year. I mean, last year was amazing. Last year was really fun. But this year, not that great. I mean, there were some good cards, but last year was just a lot better, in my opinion. So I'd say I'd give my team this year. My team last year was probably like a solid 7 or 8. My team this year, 6.5. Actually, no, not even 6.5. 5.5. It was not good. I stopped playing it like 3 months in. Not 3 months in. That's over exaggeration. I don't know how long it took me for me to stop playing it, but I stopped playing it eventually. So I'd give it like a 5, because it just wasn't good. Wasn't good enough for me to play. Not even 5, maybe even a 4. Like, I did have some fun on it at some points of the year, but even as you guys saw, I uploaded inconsistently on there because it's just you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then there's a lot of new news for my team this year. Apparently the auction house is gone, but I didn't really use it anyways, so that doesn't matter to me. Oh yeah, there's a new mode called salary cap mode. That's interesting. There's some other new modes, but yeah, a lot of stuff I really don't care about. It just seems the level up system is going to be interesting, and I'm wondering how that's going to work. If the 2K community will eventually accept it. What's going to happen? But at the end of the day, I'm still going to buy the game. So yeah, my team and my career. My career saw a 6.5. My team 4. And then I have like about a minute 30 seconds to talk about my NBA. Sure. My NBA, honestly, I'd give this a solid 9. The only problem I have with it is when you jump into games and they start playing unrealistically, and also the team records don't save for like cumulative games, like what the team records for like most points scored in a team's franchise history. That stuff doesn't save, which kind of sucks. But other than that, I think that my NBA this year was great. I didn't want to pass him. I think that my NBA was amazing. Yeah, the era's great idea, executed pretty well. I mean, not perfectly, but nothing they really did wrong. So yeah, my NBA, I'd give it a solid 9. Way better than what they've done in past years. Because last year, I remember I always used to have to load in different rosters, and it would never be the same because the year would still say 2021 or 2022 or whatever. But now, I can just go back in time and just, you know what, let me stop trimming. Let me stop playing. Yeah, 9 out of 10 for my NBA. And we did it. And there it is. My final, I guess you could call it a review, but it was just me talking about 2K for about 45 minutes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I just talked about everything with 2K this year and upcoming the next year. 2K24 comes out tomorrow, and I'll have videos on it coming out. Probably expect them definitely by Sunday, 100%, or maybe Monday, but we'll see. Hopefully Sunday. But anyways, that'll be it from me for this whole game. Actually, this whole 2K cycle is over, and 2K24 comes out. Hopefully it's good, but I'm not getting my hopes up. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, share, comment down below any tips, tricks, or ideas you have me do on this channel. Subscribe to my second channel at Speedy Hoops, and subscribe to my third channel at Just Speedy. And yeah, have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.